My game is called Beat the Markets, and it's inspired by 1980s board game night. So it's about investing in the stock market. Players take turns going around the circular board, buying and selling investments from 6 different categories. And it teaches the fundamentals of investing in the stock market without actual risk of real money. So I can roll the dice here and move the character around the board there. There's an element of cards to the game as well, where you can sabotage your opponents or play on your own behalf. It just came out in early access on Wednesday. We are celebrating our launch weekend here at Gamescom Canada. We have 2 people on board in addition to myself.
Welcome to Beat the Markets. I am your host, Mr. Rich. This turn-based investment board game has players taking turns buying and selling investments from 6 different categories. Stocks, gold, agriculture, bonds, currency, and oil are the markets you will be investing in. The game starts with the changing of the market prices, denoted by the chart at the top of your screen. The buying price for each category is determined by the top of the red line, while the selling price is denoted by the bottom. Once the prices have been randomly set, the white day marker in the center of the board is placed on day 1 of the trading month to start. There are 30 days in a standard trading month, and the game ends when the white day marker reaches day 30. Players will total the cash on hand they have, and the winner of the game is determined by the player who has the most cash in the bank when the markets close. Investments on the board not sold will not be added to the final cash count. Players start the game with $10 sign tokens of their color in a standard game. 1 token is placed on the start space, leaving them 9 remaining tokens to invest with. Players will be dealt 2 cards each at the start of a standard game. Cards add an additional element to the gameplay. More on them later. On a player's turn, they will be able to sell any investments previously bought, opt to play a card, and finally end their turn by rolling the dice. Investments can only be bought by landing on the appropriate space within the given market area. Players will be given a choice of buying either 1 or 2 investments in that category based on the board space they land. Investing is optional, and each player will have to decide when the appropriate time to buy an investment arises. If a player lands on this space, they may choose to add an additional token to the start space, depleting their inventory by 1 token. Players may also use a card to add more tokens to the movement track on the board. Adding more tokens to the board's outer movement track gives better optimal dice rolls for the player, as the player will select the token they wish to move. But it comes with the cost of having less tokens to mark their investments with. Once an additional token has been added to the board's outer track, it cannot be removed. If the player runs out of investment tokens in their inventory, they will have to sell an investment before they can buy any more. Players must have at least 1 token on the outer board track at the start of their turn within the investment category to sell from that category. If a player lands on the changed market space, the market prices will be re-randomized, and the player will be able to roll the dice again. They will not, however, be able to play any additional cards or sell any further investments until the start of their next turn. A Black Monday market crash happens anytime there is no red in any of the categories once the animation completes. If a Black Monday event occurs, all players will lose their investments, unless they are holding a special bailout card that prevents the loss of their investment. When a Black Monday event occurs, the market prices will be re-randomized again, and the day marker will move 1 additional space forward. Additional Black Monday cards can be played against your opponents to force them to lose their investments. If a player holds a penalty card in their hand, they may choose to play it to pay the lower fine and remove the card from their hand. Or risk being audited by another player, in which case the higher fee will be levied. Penalty cards can also be disposed of by landing on the appropriate board space without having to pay the fines listed. Dividends are optional and not part of standard gameplay. If dividends are in play, then a percentage of the selling value of each investment is awarded to the player for passing start without having to sell their investments. Stock splits are optional and not part of standard gameplay. If stock splits are in play, then the player can use the appropriate card on their turn to double the investments owned in any category by halving the value of each. If a player corners the market, they control all available investment slots of that market. They will be able to sell all the investments in that category on their turn at triple the selling price. A full breakdown of the game rules can be seen at any time by opening the Help menu in the taskbar. Have fun and happy investing!